Hello there. It's James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Johnny Test, Fred Flintstone, and one of my personal favorites, Leonardo. And you are listening to Epic Tales from the Sewer. It's totally awesome. Turtle power. Go, go, go.
Welcome to the Epic Tales from the Sewers podcast. Grab yourself a slice, strap into the party wagon, and hang on tight. Give it up for your hosts, the Cowabunga Combo, Justin and Eric. TMNT Issue 22, City Fall, Part 1. We start off in the Shredder's lair. We see the Shredder looking on. It says New York City. Our rivals, the Savate, have recently found a new leader. See TMNT Annual Number 1. A warrior named Victor who opposes my authority. Recent Savate advancements have emboldened other underworld elements to follow suit. These new allies have successfully raided our material shipments. We continue to meet Victor's challenges at every turn, but he remains stubborn. My patience for such matters is at an end. What do you propose, Oroku-saki? Says Kitsune. What we have always done, Kitsune. Embrace our destiny. We see a skyline as the two look out on New York City as it's illuminated at night. It says City Fall, Part 1. Looks like the Scarbray bar. We see outside Raphael and Casey looking in the window. Can we go or what, Casey? I don't know about you, man, but I'm getting bored, says Raph, of staring at your old man drinking the place dry. We can see that Casey's old man is, in fact, just throwing back the beers. We see Angel in the background and Angel's dad, Brooklyn. Sorry, Raph, it's just, man, don't he look bad to you? I mean, more than normal? Yeah, well, you think a beatdown from Master Splinter would have sobered his butt up, but some chumps never learn, huh? Yeah, maybe. Come on, let's go, I've seen enough. Finally! Dude, after all that nasty crap that guy did to you, I got no clue why you waste time checking in on him. I don't know, I know it don't make sense, but I made a promise to my ma, and I'm doing it for her mostly. Well, I came out to kick some bad guy butt, not watch you kick your own, okay? So don't... Foot, attack! Damn, where the hell these guys come from? You're asking me? As a legion of foot soldiers attack Casey and Raphael, you can see that they are just ready for battle. Casey's getting his bats ready and putting his mask on as Raph has his size at the ready as he dives in to attack the closest foot. Don't you got no ninja super sense or something? Yeah, I learned that right after I figured out how to shoot lasers from my eyes. Sheesh. There's a ton of these whack. All of a sudden, Casey's kicked in the back of the head and he goes down. Casey! Raph's eyes go wide and he becomes absolutely enraged as he's fighting off 3 to 4 foot soldiers at a time. Stinking dirty foot scum! I'm gonna kick all you. Bring the mutant down. Bind his wrists. Silence him. Quickly. As we see, they put Raph's head down to the ground, then they put some duct tape over his face. Quickly! As they take off with Casey thrown into the back of a van and Raph thrown into another, leaving Scarbray with only Casey's mask on the ground as evidence. So, mutant, we meet again. The discomfort you are experiencing is only temporary, says Karai. It will end soon when you perish. Driver, take us to the docks. All of a sudden, snap! Raph snaps his bond and goes after Karai, who dodges his attack. He grabs his size from the foot soldier, jumps out of the car and into the ocean over the bridge. The mutant is gone. Yes, it's all going to plan, says Karai. In the church where the turtles train, Master Splinter with a kendo against Leonardo shows him a new technique. Hiya! Hiya! Whoa! I didn't even see that coming, Master Splinter. That is because bringing the shinai to my left shoulder in Katsugagi just so drew your attention to surprise my motion, and you opened yourself to my attack as a result. The full technique is called Katsugi Men, an excellent maneuver if practiced sparingly. If overused, the experienced opponent will look to counter Katsugi with Deba no Waza. Good to know. And I've got sensors set up all over the church here and here. Whoa, you've been busy, Donnie.
Well, if Slash taught us anything, it's that you can't be too careful.
And don't forget Hob and those stupid mousers.
No, Mikey, no one's forgetting them. Now that we've got the security set, we can get to testing this ooze you took from StockGen and working on the Technodrome problem. Weep, weep, weep. The alarms go off. What in the world? Says April. Somebody's in the church, but probably just Casey and Raph coming back. That didn't sound like Casey or Raph.
Oh man, I think it's Slash. It's Slash, isn't it? Says Mikey. Remain calm, Michelangelo.
Raph busts down the door, comes in through the ladder.
What is everyone standing around for? We gotta get going. They got Casey. Raphael, you must gather yourself. We don't got time. Look, they took Casey. We gotta go get him back.
Slow down, Raph. Who took Casey?
Karai and those foot freaks. Bunch of them jumped us as I got away. Casey just got knocked cold, and I think they were taking him to the docks. I'm telling you, we gotta get moving.
Oh no, says April. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, if they ambushed you, then it's obviously a trap. Then if you know that they escaped, then they're definitely expecting a rescue. We need to think about this, because going off from one trap to another is strategically stupid, and as he smacks his hand out of it.
Damn it, Leo. I got no time for ninja tactical crap. This is my best friend we're talking about. Our family, man. He needs us now.
And rushing into trouble's really worked out for you the past 2 times, right?
You stinking. Stop. Stand apart, my sons. We will achieve nothing if this quarrel among ourselves, says Master Splinter. You are both correct. Casey Jones is part of our family, and we must save him. But it would be foolhardy to do so in a reckless fashion. We must be quick, but we must also be cautious. Rest assured, Raphael, we will do everything in our power to rescue our friend.
Back at the docks, we see Karai stands next to Casey Jones, who's lying unconscious on the floor in Alapex.
It's all in order. Yes, the other foot have set up a perimeter. They'll scare away any idiots that get too close to the docks. Nobody will interfere. But Karai, I am curious. What makes you so sure that they'll come to find their friend? I know they will come, Alapex, because they are a ninja clan, foolishly loyal unto death.
In April's van, they parked on the docks. Okay, guys, we're here.
Miss O'Neill, until we understand exactly what it is we are facing, we must ask you to stay behind.
No problem, Master Splinter.
And listen, foot or no foot, this ain't the best hood in town. Lock this thing up tight and keep the motor running, just in case we gotta boogie the hell out of here, okay?
Okay, Raph, just stay safe, all right? And please, get Casey back.
Don't worry, I will,
as he says, holding his sigh. Night, Dad, see you late. What the hell? Says Angel as she opens the door to see April's van packed out and Raphael running away.
Raph, you're right, there's Casey. Where's Donnie and Mikey? I have sent them ahead. We must utilize our unique skills if we are able to gain an advantage surprise.
We see that the two are swimming underneath the water on the docks on the other side, Donnie and Mikey.
Surprise? It's just Karai and that stupid fox. We could take them. Patience, Raphael. The foot is purposely allowing us undefended access. This is a trap. But it looks like Casey's hurt. We can't just stand there doing nothing. Damn. Yes, Leonardo. Damn indeed.
We see the Shredder walks onto the scene. Tap, 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 tap on April's window. Oh, crap! Oh, my God. You just about gave me a heart attack. Angel, you're the college chick that hangs out with Casey, ain't you? What the hell are you doing here? The foot kidnapped Casey, so the guys in Splinter, the turtles and I came down to get him back. Kidnapped? When? Earlier tonight. Might be hurt. Or worse. Damn. What's your name? April. Where are the others going, April? The docks. Raph heard Karai say that that's where they were taking Casey. Okay, I gotta go help him. Casey's the only reason I ain't in jail or dead right now. By yourself? No time to get like the other dragons. You hang tight. Yeah, and lock your doors. I know.
They are here, grandfather. Yes, Karai. I know you are out there, Hamato Yoshi. Why do you delay in coming to the aid of your fallen comrade? Why do you hide? Master, do you want me to go after them, chase them out? No, Alapex, there is no need to pursue them. I will show them how to draw vermin to a trap.
Shredder picks up Casey.
Yoshi, your undivided attention is required, as you can see.
Casey gagged. You can see Shredder just hits into his gut with his claw, stabbing him. Your comrade is now severely wounded. As he throws him down to the ground, Raph, just enraged with his eyes just crazy, jumps off the roof. No! Wait, my son. Foot attack, says Karai. And with that, all the foot soldiers attack at once, and Leonardo, Raphael, and Master Splinter start defending themselves. With me, Alopex, as we planned. Avoid the battle so we do not lose sight of the target.
That bastard stabbed him! Raphael, calm yourself. Focus.
Listen to Father, Raph.
I'm gonna kill him!
All hell's breaking loose. Come on, Mikey, we gotta get Casey.
Coming. An amphibious assault. Clever strategy, albeit a predictable one. We're reptiles, you doofus.
That's not what he meant, Mikey. Oh, no, says Angel. Casey. She could see that he's stabbed and bleeding on the ground.
Leonardo, assist your other brothers. I will stay with Raphael.
Yes, Sensei.
Raphael, I'm gonna rip you apart,
says Raph as he's just stomping on foot ninjas. Our target is in the open, Alopex. Do what you do. Yes, keep the prey separated from the herd. Rah! Alopex attacks Leonardo from his shell, pushing him down. What the hoof? Back to Angel, who now has Casey. Guys, Casey's hurt bad. We gotta get him out of here. I need help. Don, Mike, help Angel. Come on, Mikey. Forget this guy.
Yeah, see you around, Pinhead. Yes, you will.
As he looks on to see Leonardo fighting Alopex. Angel, where'd you come from? Leda, let's go. As they both carry half of Casey, Michelangelo fends off the ninjas. Leo, come on! Working on it as he kicks with a jump kick, Alopex knocking her out. Father, we have Casey, says Donatello as Splinter turns around.
Stop, Raphael. Quell your anger.
He has to actually restrain Raphael with a chokehold.
Your friend needs you now.
His eyes have just gone white and he's crazy. I'm out of here, says Leo. All of a sudden, he gets hit with a dart in the back of his neck and falls down, dropping his sword. It is done, Master.
Yes, Karai, I see. Excellent.
As they take him and they steal away into the shadows, with Leonardo leaving only his katana blade behind.
Oh man, Casey. His wound is deep. We must get him to the hospital immediately. Dudes, the foot just totally took off.
April! I heard the noise and I couldn't sit around anymore, so Oh my God! Come on, we gotta hurry. Father, Leo's not here.
Leonardo, but...
Oh man, damn it, we don't have time. She's right. Casey's dying. And that's the end of this issue. We could see that an pained and unconscious Casey, who has blood spitting out, has just gone completely pale. And that's the end of issue 22.
Hi, this is Francois Chow. I am the Shredder from Secret of the Ooze. And it's been a pleasure for me to talk to Justin and Eric on Epic Tales from the Sewers. It's been great, guys.
TMNT Deviations, One Shot. Story by Kevin Eastman, Bobby Curnow, and Tom Waltz. Script by Tom Waltz. Art by Zach Howard. Additional art by Corey Smith. Colors by Rhonda Pattinson with letters by Sean Lee. Deviations. In a world where the Turtles join Shredder. We start out, what really happened? Shredder longs for little more than to inflict ultimate pain on his old enemy Splinter. To that, he has captured Casey Jones and lured the Turtles into a trap. After seeing Casey stabbed in the gut by Shredder, Raphael goes berserk. In the resulting chaos, Leonardo is captured by the Foot and brainwashed by the shape-changing immortal known as Kitsune. From there, Leo's family struggles to save him before the corruption of his mind is complete. Now, imagine if things had happened a little bit differently. Imagine if Shredder had killed Casey, and the resulting chaos enabled all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to be captured and brainwashed. Would there be any hope for them? For New York City? Start out in a dark alley. Looks like Splinter is being hunted.
You want the rat, huh?
We hear Hob. We see his bloody mouth.
Why didn't you just say so?
Now we see a sigh thrown right where Splinter's paw is.
Guy's been a sticking thorn in my side forever.
As he dodges the sigh, jumps, and then hits his head on the fire escape as he comes down.
Gah! Nothing I'd love more than to see that chump go down,
says Hob, and then we see his face, bloodied.
But it ain't gonna be easy. That rodent's a slippery bastard.
As we see as he just leaves the fire escape, and a bow staff comes down right where he was and makes an impact. Now we see Hob, tied up being interrogated, in a green fist, covered in his blood.
Course, that ain't exactly news to the four of you, is it? Seeing as how he's your old man and all.
We see Dark Leonardo looking down from the top of the fire escape with Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo all dressed up in their Foot Clan gear.
My sons, no.
Title card, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Deviations. Now we see 4 panels of all the turtles as they're dressed up in their dark gear. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael.
There's one catch, though. If you want to get the rat, you gotta take me with you. I mean, that's fair, right? I give you the rat, and you let me enjoy the carnage. Win-win.
Now the turtles swarm upon Splinter, and they have him. He's down in the alley, and they've surrounded him. Hob looks on from the roof above. Leonardo says, "Take him down, but no killing. Master Shredder wants him alive." An absolutely puzzled look on Splinter's face as he looks on.
He didn't say nothing about hurting him, though,
says Raph as he swipes at him with a sigh, blocked by Splinter, who throws him back into his brothers, knocking them over like bowling pins.
Thought you were supposed to be hurting him, Raph. Whatever.
Yeah, dude, total fail. Don't worry, I've got him, says Leonardo with a swipe. Splinter blocks. After getting a little bit chopped off of his ear with a swat, Splinter reaches out and grabs the sword from Leonardo, and with a pinch to his wrist, disarms him. And then Raphael comes in with a clang to his sigh.
Round 2, Red.
He blocks Raphael's sigh, and then all of a sudden in comes Michelangelo, and then Donatello comes in. Quit monopolizing all the fun, Raph. Michelangelo now.
Yeah, you stinking Bogart. Oh!
As they both take down Splinter, knocking him down to the ground and hitting him in the head with the nunchucks.
I cannot fight you. I will not.
And Splinter then takes that opportunity to leave.
Great, the wimp's running away again.
Just means the hunt lasts a little longer. Now that the cat showed us where the rat slinks, he won't escape us again, says Leonardo. Speaking of old Hob, what about him? Nothing. Let him go. We already got everything we needed from that freak, says Leonardo. Now, Splinter hiding in the corner. Michelangelo.
Splinter! Splinter! Come out to play!
Clacking his nunchucks together.
Huh?
Splinter looks down and sees the manhole cover close. He runs for it.
There he is! Get him!
The turtle's now chasing him. He scrambles to get the manhole open. I'll give you an A for effort, rodent, Donatello says as he whacks him in the stomach with his bow staff. But did you think we'd really let you go to ground again? Nah, not when Master's got something special planned for you. Donatello takes him down, non-lethal method, knocks him unconscious.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real party, dude. You don't want to be late.
Now Dark Leonardo looks down on Splinter. Surrender, Splinter. You're beaten.
Please, I do not wish to fight you. You must all fight what has been done to you by the witch Kitsune. She has taken control.
Leonardo points his sword at him.
Your minds are not your own. Allow me, dudes, says Michelangelo. First, you're wrong, Rat. We totally know what we're doing. Second, as he whacks him in the head with a crack, we're not your sons.
A single tear comes down Splinter's eye, and he goes dark. At the Foot Building headquarters.
Wakey, wakey, sleeping beauty. Party time. More like sleeping ugly. What is this I see? My sworn adversary delivered to me at last,
says Shredder as he sits on his throne with Kitsune next to him. Yes, Master Shredder, alive and well, just as you commanded.
Well, alive at least. What now, Master? You want us to off this freak? Says Raphael. No, Raphael. A time for killing Hamato Yoshi will come soon enough.
But, beloved, do you think it is wise to let Yoshi live? Says Kitsune. His continuous existence brings with it risks that I cannot foresee.
Bah! You see with your own eyes, Kitsune, the rat is defeated. Neither he nor any others can oppose me now. Let him remain alive to witness his precious sons marching at the forefront of the rise to absolute power.
Disgusting cretins, says Karai, as she speaks to Alapex, just out of view of the Shredder. Look at how they degrade the honor of the Foot Clan, undisciplined and disrespectful in all they do. How does my grandfather allow this to continue? Alapex responds, Well, it looks to me like Master Shredder's traded respect for results, Karai. What are you saying, mutant? Says Karai. Only that it doesn't seem like much of a coincidence that those four have been raised to Chunin, and that you have been demoted to common rank soldier. After all, they've delivered what you could not. The rat. Perhaps, but your lack of concern does not fool me, Fox. I know this sudden change disturbs you as much as it does me, just as I know you harbor no true loyalty for my grandfather after the torment he inflicted on you in Alaska. So what if I don't? There's nothing I can do about it now, says Alopex. Karai whispers in her ear, Don't be so certain, my friend. The winds of change will soon blow in a new direction, and whose side will you take when they do, eh? Now, to the Scar-Bray bar, we see a bloody Casey Jones mask, and Casey Jones' father, holding it in his hands as he takes a drink.
Oh, Casey. Come on, Arnie. Have another. On the house. It'll make you feel better.
Aye, and we'll raise a toast to your lad. May he rest in peace ever.
Poor Casey. Save your toast. Save your damn sympathy. I don't want none of it.
As he smacks the shot glass out of his hands.
And I especially don't want your booze.
Then what the hell do you want us to tell us, Artie?
I want to get the old gang back together, Brooklyn.
What are you saying, boyo?
I'm saying I want payback. And I want that Shredder dead, says Arnold.
Now, back to the Shredder, sitting on his throne.
Report.
The Savate have been defeated, Master, completely. Our soldiers left no survivors.
The Ghost Boys are ghosts, too. After what me and the other Foot guys did to them, those dudes will be too scared to even haunt us. I wiped up the floor with Lupo and them other wise guys, says Raphael.
Then Donatello, I took care of the new outfit, the Street Phantoms. They were just getting established and could have posed a possible threat, but I was able to weed them out before they took root.
Excellent. It appears the Foot Clan's control over this great city is now complete. There are none left who dare stand in our way, which leaves us with one final bit of business before our reign begins in full.
As he looks over on the stage where, bound, is a kneeling down Splinter.
I believe I had killed you once, Yoshi, a lifetime ago. Sadly, I was mistaken, but it is not a mistake I will make twice. Do not be so certain, Earl Rokosaki. It is said we humans are destined to repeat our missteps of the past.
Shredder looks on, eyes wide.
Humans? Ha! You fall far short of calling yourself human now, rat. As for me, I have become more.
And he raises his blade. All of a sudden, there's an explosion with a boom that knocks the blade from Shredder's hand and knocks Splinter down. Through the wall, we see Slash is bursted through, and then a well-armed old Hob.
Sorry we're late, little rat, but it took us a little longer than expected to whack old Shredhead's guards outside. Slash smash bad soldiers. I was actually going to commend you on the most opportune timing, old Hob. Nearly exactly as we planned.
Shredder, quite upset, raises his sword and attacks.
Infernal rat! Do you think your guileful plan will thwart your destruction?
As he attacks him with a sword, and all of a sudden it's blocked by Karai, with Alopex behind her.
Grrr.
Not only his plan, grandfather.
Chunin, gather your brothers and destroy the invaders.
Yes, master.
Well, well, well. 4 little lost turtles against one humongous Slash. Don't hardly seem fair, does it? It ain't too late to come back, boys. Come back to the right side. Turtles, good guys.
Leo says, Foot, attack!
Son of a...
And then Hob opens fire and sets loose Slash. You were saying, Cat?
Hey.
As the Foot all follow Leonardo. Raphael smiles. Now Kitsune joins with a mental attack on Splinter. An admirable effort, Hamato Yoshi. But do you truly believe this motley group you have assembled can possibly save you?
You misunderstand, Witch. They are not here to save me. I am here to save my sons.
As he looks up, and there's an aura of light behind him, and it attacks back to Kitsune with a hook. So he's blocked her mental attack. Now we see Hob sending a back elbow into a Foot soldier's face.
Damn it, there's too many of them.
Slash tired. And all of a sudden they hear more gunshots. Who's shooting? Check it out, Brooklyn. Someone called a rumble and didn't invite the Purple Dragons. A very well-armed Arnold shows up.
That's just plain rude, Arnie.
Nah, not Arnie anymore. Tonight, I'm Hun, and this is for my boy, for Casey,
As he opens fire, Brooklyn behind him and the rest of the Scar Bray. Now we see Karai fighting the Shredder, who hits her with a kick to the midsection.
Petulant child.
When oof!
Treacherous cur.
As he slashes at Alopex as she bites on his gauntlet and slams her down to the ground.
You would dare challenge your master?
You, for the sake of the clan, says Karai. For the innocent family you murdered, said Alopex, and they both respond with, yes! And with a shout, they're both caught, one by the sword and one by the claws of the Shredder, and it looks like they're dead, just hanging there lifeless on his arms as he stands there. Now, in the mindscape, we have Kitsune fighting Hamato Yoshi. You have entered my domain now, fool, and you have guaranteed your own doom.
Your domain, witch? I hardly think so.
He slashes at her with his spectral sword, and nothing happens.
I am quite familiar with this plane.
Perhaps, but while familiarity is one thing, mortal, mastery is another, as she turns into a giant fox demon. Huge to him. He says,
the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Now back to the turtles against Hob and Slash. Raph says,
the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
A theorem we're about to prove, Raph.
Ain't that right, Don? Look, this ain't gotta go no further. Your old man set this up to pull you four out of this mixed-up stinking mess. He's doing his part. Why don't you get out of the way and let us do ours? Well, if you really can't stay, Hob, here's a going-away present.
And with that, Raphael throws a sigh, and it catches Hob right in the chest, right by his heart.
Hob, no, please stay with Slash. It's okay, big fella. I had that one coming for a while.
And then with that, Hob passes away in Slash's hands. You will die now, mutant, Kitsune says to Splinter. I will finish what Oroko Saki could not. As she bites him now, he's in the jaws of the giant white fox, and he goes, yeah! Now a ghost comes to save him. Release my husband, foul witch. Who?
Shen.
Now, Yoshi, for our children. A distraction from the ghost of Tiang Shen was Hamato Yoshi's late wife and the mother of all four turtles. He takes his sword and plunges it into the neck of Kitsune Fox. We can hear her say, no! And then, out of the mindscape, we see them back in reality as they both reel backwards. Kitsune falls down. It looks like she's been defeated, possibly dead, bleeding from the mouth.
Kitsune,
says Shredder.
Kitsune, no!
Slash is going crazy on the turtles.
Slash smash bad turtle.
He's got Raphael in his hands, knocking the sai out of his other hand.
No! Wait, stop! Something's happening. Something weird. How'd we get here, big guy? What's going on? Good Mikey back? Yeah, I think so. This is all your doing,
says Shredder now, sword in hand, going back to the Splinter that's prone on the ground.
This ends, Hamato Yoshi. You will pay for all you have done to me.
As he slashes at him, then all of a sudden with a crack.
Wrong. Who?
Arnold, Casey Jones' father, a.k.a. Hun, hits him on the side of the head, knocking his helmet off, and holds a shotgun to his head and says,
the name's Arnold Jones. You killed my boy. With a blam.
Just destroys the Shredder, shooting him right in the face.
You're the scum that's gotta pay.
Holding his hockey stick, he then falls down, bloodied, beaten. Shredder is no more. The four turtles, coming to their senses, come up to their master on the ground. Father, what happened? Says Leonardo.
You were lost, my beloved sons. But now you are found. I go now to be with your mother. She awaits me just as freedom awaits you. What will you do with such a responsibility, my children? What will you do?
Says the end. Aftermath. Hob is dead, being held by Slash. The purple dragons are all dead. Shredder's dead. Arnold's dead. Kitsune, Karai, Alapex are dead. Only thing left, Slash and the 4 turtles. It says, the end. And that's the end of TMNT Deviations.
It's pizza time.
And now, in a segment that we call Pizza Time, where we discuss any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or pizza-related food, I give you Pizza Time. And now, your pizza recipe of the day, sheet pan pizza a la vodka. Ingredients. For the sauce, 3 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, 1 small onion, chopped, 3 cloves garlic, minced, pinch of red pepper flakes, 1 ball ready-made pizza dough, 2 tablespoons tomato paste, 1 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes, kosher salt, 1 cup heavy cream, 1/4 cup vodka. For the pizza, 1 cup grated Pecorino Romano cheese, plus more for topping. 1/4 cup grated Parmesan cheese, plus more for topping. 1 pound fresh mozzarella cheese, sliced, and fresh basil for topping. Pour 1/3 cup of olive oil onto an 11 by 17 inch rimmed baking sheet or black steel pan. Transfer the ball of the dough to the pan, turning to coat with the oil. Cover loosely with plastic wrap and let rise in a warm place until the dough fills about 2/3 of the pan, about 1.5 to 2 hours. Slide your hands under the dough and lift, gently stretching the dough to fit the pan. It's okay if it doesn't stretch to the corners. For the final rise, cover the dough with plastic wrap and set aside until slightly puffy, about 30 to 45 minutes. Meanwhile, put the pizza stone or inverted baking sheet to the lower third of the oven and preheat to 500 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. Meanwhile, make the vodka sauce. Heat the olive oil in a medium saucepan over medium-high heat. Add the onion and cook, stirring until softened, about 5 minutes. Add the garlic and red pepper flakes and cook, stirring until softened, about 30 seconds. Add the tomato paste and cook, stirring 1 minute. Add the tomatoes and the 1/2 teaspoon salt. Bring to a boil and then reduce the heat to simmer and cook, stirring until thickened, about 12 to 18 minutes. Stir in the heavy cream and simmer until slightly thickened, about 3 to 5 minutes. Carefully add the vodka, cook 1 minute, season with salt, puree the sauce in a blender, remove 1 cup of sauce to a bowl, set aside for serving. Refrigerate the remaining sauce until cooled. Step 5. Assemble the pizza. Sprinkle the pecorino and parmesan over the dough. Top with mozzarella, leaving a 1/2 inch border. Spoon the cooled vodka sauce over the top. Sprinkle with more grated cheese. Put the baking sheet directly onto the hot stone and bake until the crust is browned around the edges and the cheese is bubbling. 15 to 20 minutes. Let cool slightly. Step 6. Loosen the edges of the pizza with an offset spatula, then loosen the bottom. Slide the pizza onto a cutting board. Top with basil and more grated cheese. Serve with the reserved sauce. And that's your pizza recipe for today. Sheet pan pizza a la vodka.
Cowabunga, dudes! Thank you for listening to the Epic Tales from the Sewers podcast. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. This podcast has no affiliation with Eastman, Laird, Mirage Studios, IDW Studios, Archie Comics, or Nickelodeon Studios. This podcast is a member of the Dorkening Podcast Network. Check out thedorkening.com for other podcasts. Epic Tales from the Sewers is recorded by Justin Cooper and Eric Will.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds Coffee. Coffee to die for, and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Greetings and shabibans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite seems trying to say is that on Retro Reductibus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Dorking Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Reductibus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
It took me 10 years to make the perfect man cave.
And then we took it over, and we made it into the multiversal chamber.
Then I started my own podcast.
And we took that over too. And we're the co-hosts, the Multiverse Kids.
Yeah, and I'm the dad, the geeky dad. And every week, we what?
We review the movies, shows, and books, games, and toys.
Yeah, and sometimes we even have a special guest. So, join us every week on the Geeky Dad Podcast.
Hello, intrepid listeners. This is the Generation Playlist Podcast, a podcast about music where we are your guides through a particular group or artist.
We talk about the music, and then we make a customized playlist to share with you, our listeners. And you can check us out wherever you listen to podcasts and find our playlists on Spotify.